The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. An infectious disease expert says that a decrease in COVID-19 cases after the holidays will be hard to predict. In an interview with a big story, Dr. Ray Salinil Jr. said a decline in infections cannot be seen anytime soon as people continue to move around. Salinil also noted that cases are increasing at a fast rate as seen in the rise of COVID patients in hospitals.
Yung COVID positive patients po ay, o COVID number po ay nagpa-positive po, mataas po, dumadami, pero hindi pa rin po natin alam po ilan ba dito yung Omicron. No, kasi nga po it will take time bago natin po malaman through genetic sequencing kung Omicron nga ba itong mga positive cases po ito. Kaya kaya sinasabi natin po, please lang po kung maaari lang, iwasan po natin po yung matataong lugar, yung pong mga communities pong napaka-congested para po maiwasan po natin ang pagkalat po ng cases na ito.
Salinil added that more hospital personnel are also testing positive for COVID-19. With the uptick in cases, he is urging the public to just stay at home and avoid crowded places.
No, sa ngayon po yung mga cases po namin ay medyo hindi pa naman po ganun na masyado pong tumataas. But then we noticed that yung hospital personnel po na exposed sa pasyente po ang tumataas. Yun ang reason siguro kung bakit nag-anunsyo na po ng alert level 3 ang ating pong gobyerno para po mapigilan na po once and for all yung po mobility ng mga tao po. Dahil nga po napansin na nga po nila, no?
The Philippine Airlines says it has completed its final or financial restructuring, marking its exit from Chapter 11 proceedings in the United States. Last December 17, a U.S. court approved PAL's plan to slash up to $2 billion in debt and obtain additional capital. This includes a $505 million investment in long-term equity and debt financing from PAL's majority stakeholders. Now, the flag carrier can also secure up to $150 million in additional financing from new investors. Recall that PAL had canceled more than 80,000 flights due to the pandemic, wiping out around $2 billion in revenue. A feng shui expert sees 2022 as a good year for everyone, with the pandemic hopefully coming to an end later on. Faith Del Mundo with the story.
According to feng shui expert Tony Suvega, 2022 will be a better year for everyone. And to bring in more luck, Suvega advises wearing these colors.
Maswerteng kulay, yung top color, blue, yung water number ending 2 ay blue yun o asul, yun naman tigre ay kulay green. So pwedeng blue, pwedeng green.
He also recommends wearing metal elements such as bracelets with bronze. Suvega also sees the Philippine economy flourishing next year.
Pilipinas, maganda yung position natin ito na yung panahon ng recovery na kung baga, makaka-recover ka na ngayon 22.
But the expert said that Filipinos must learn to save money in 2022 as 2023 may not be a good year.
Ingatan natin kung ano man ang maiipon natin sa taong nasabi hanggang January 31, 2023 para handa tayo pagpasok ng year ng Water Rabbit.
Despite seeing the possibility of the pandemic ending this year, he warns that another disaster will come, which may be a tsunami or a disastrous natural calamity.
Lahat ng tao sa buong mundo ay apektado ng sinasabing kung ano man yun. There is violence with the earth. So it could be erosion, it could be lindol, it could be landslide. Sa kahilagaan, yung tinatawag na avalanche, glacier. Mag-iingat tayo sa apoy, any kind of friction.
To counter this, Suvega said that planting trees may be helpful not just on feng shui perspective, but also based on science. For businesses, the feng shui expert said that it will be a good time to venture into water and food industry, as well in health, education, and media. But he reminds the public feng shui is just a guide and success will just depend on a person's hard work and determination. For News 5, Faith Del Mundo, we are One News.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. The International Federation of Journalists reports that 45 media workers were killed worldwide in 2021, one of the lowest death tolls it has recorded for any year. Data from Brussels based IFJ showed the toll included nine from Afghanistan, the highest number by a single country. Meanwhile, eight died in Mexico, four in India, and three in Pakistan. Now, in the Philippines, recall that Cebu based radio commentator Ray Cortez and longtime Reuters stringer Jess Malabanan were both shot and killed in 2021. In a statement, the IFJ says media workers, quote, more often than not are killed for exposing corruption, crime, and abuse of power. Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. The country's disaster response agency adds two more fatalities to Typhoon Odette's death toll. This pushes the number of fatalities to 407 as of Saturday. Meanwhile, 82 people were reported missing and over 1,100 were injured after the typhoon's onslaught. And the President Rodrigo Duterte vetoed a few items in the 2022 national budget before signing it on Thursday. The Budget Department notes, however, that these have no significant impact in the overall operations this year. The government has allowed over 5 trillion pesos for 2022, around 107 billion of which is for COVID-19 response.
Tayong nagbabalik
The government will place Metro Manila under COVID-19 alert level 3 from January 3 to 15. Now, this came after the health department detected 3 local cases of the Omicron variant. Recall that the entire Philippines was earlier said to remain under alert level 2 for the time being. And for more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World Online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.